everybody. Welcome to Coco Caliente with
Mama Spice.
Why do we call you Mama Spice?
I have no idea. It just sounded right at the moment.
Yeah, honestly, there is no rhyme or reason why we call her Mama Spice. It was kind of a joke and it made sense with the name. Because if you guys listened back for, I don't know, however long ago Victor and I started this podcast, my nickname's Coco, so I'm the Coco, and Victor was the Caliente, which is hot, spicy type, whatever. So now Mom's bringing some spice, or she needs to bring a little more spice, right?
I always bring lots of spice to your life.
To my life, yes. And now we need to do it to the listeners.
And listeners, am I giving you some spice?
Are you giving her? Does she need to give you more spice or what? So, what do you got for us today?
First of all, what does everybody think of this weather we've had this week? And I don't think it's just in Michigan. I'm thinking I'd like to hear what, have them talk about it. But
yeah, so here in Michigan, we've gotten a ton of snow. We've gotten 10 inches or more in the last couple of days. And I see it's snowing in places like Nashville, which doesn't normally get a ton of snow. And I don't know. Honestly, I just see what people post on social media. But I think the snowstorm's huge, especially in the Midwest.
Yeah, last week I read on about some of the days. But then when I look on my app, it shows Florida nice, the weather. But I seen where they said the little lizards were going to fall off the trees and because it was going to be so cold. And
really?
Yeah, they fall off the tree onto the ground when it gets really cold.
Oh, that's kind of sad. They don't die, though, do they?
I don't think so, no. It didn't sound like it. But I'm just saying, I think it's been cold front everywhere. And it's really pretty here, though. It's so pretty.
It's pretty snowfall for sure. The snowflakes are big. The trees are really, really pretty. It's perfect for snow shoots, photo shoots, all that type of opportunity. You should take advantage of if you haven't. I went out there one day for 5 minutes and I haven't been back out, but it would be really pretty for family photos.
And Sunday is actually, because it's been, not only has it been snowy, I like snowy. I love snow when it's warm, warm enough to do things outside. It's been really cold, but Sunday is actually supposed to warm up. So I'm hoping to actually get out there and maybe try Nicole's hill out. She's a little nervous.
No way, Mom.
I think I'm going to.
I would never let you. You are not going down this hill. So this hill is very steep, I feel like. It goes very fast. Victor and I tried it out only once that one day. If you saw the reel on my Instagram, it's hilarious. And you do this I was jumping over the driveway. And then we have a big pond.
That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yes, that's exactly why I'm scared. So if you scoot over enough, you won't go near the pond, but we've only lived here for a month or 2 months or whatever it's been. This is our first season with the snow, so we got to take it. I don't know. I would never let my mom go down without
And I always hear the more weight you have, the faster you go. That's the only reason I'm a little bit worried. And because I've noticed, even when it was really cold, the pond still wasn't froze around the dock. So we're not sure how the pond works because that's also, you have, what's it called?
Oh, geothermal heat.
So and that runs from the pond. So we don't know if that makes the pond take longer to freeze or if it doesn't freeze. We have to get that.
It was pretty sunny today too. So no, I'll be a wreck when
Arrow.
my kid, if they want to go down there, I told Victor I want to put up a big fence or something.
An inflatable one that stops you.
That's what we need. Otherwise, I would make Victor stand down there when I go down the hill and make sure I don't go in the pond. But I think I could roll off if I had to, but it's so fast. It feels so fast that I kind of just am holding on for dear life. So
and we have some family members that are coming to try it out. So I'm going to watch them on Sunday. Yeah, they're 16.
So if they're 16, they can handle that crap. So we'll kind of use them as guinea pigs. Maybe we'll just stand around the pond and make sure they don't go in. But they're definitely agile enough to jump off if they need to. The tubes that we got for Christmas are so awesome. We got them from my brother and Ashley. And those were perfect for the hill, because they really give and bop around. Where I don't know if they're bringing their own sleds. You said
I'm not sure. Did you order them ones that I sent to you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, remember you helped me check out. Yeah, so they're like little jet skis. I think I saw those come in. I should check my order.
Yeah, we'll have to check
Those
that out.
ones would get kind of scary down this hill.
They look like little snowmobiles.
But I do know that when Victor and I went down the hill, I was like, oh, I can't wait to go back. But coming up is so exhausting. So we're going to need a snowmobile here on Sunday, maybe.
Or make them get their exercise.
No, like it's really hard. Like it's not fun. By the time you get up, you're sweating. Anyways, enough about that. Hopefully you guys have some sledding hills near you, or maybe something I used to do, my dad used to do when we were little that I loved. And when my friend would come over, friends, I had more than one friend, my dad would hook up a sled to the back of the snowmobile and pull us around in the big open field. And that was really, really fun. One time he took us through like a little creek and we fell out and got wet. But those are some of my best memories, is Dad pulling me around on the snowmobile.
And me screaming, panicking.
Yeah.
Don't go too fast.
Yeah. That's exactly what she still does on the boat when we go on the boat in the summer. But what's your favorite? We don't ice skate. We have an ice skate rink inside. We don't really ice skate. We don't ski or snowboard often. We are going to go to a ski resort maybe sometime. But what else we haven't made a snowman this year. I'm just trying to think, like, when people want to come up here in the snow, it's pretty to look at, but it's really hard to entertain people. There's Arrow in the background. But because Victor's family came up last winter, and I think they thought, like, oh, it looks kind of cool. It's cool to see snow, but then, like, we're kind of stuck inside.
Yeah, they're like, it's cold.
Yeah. They're like, it's kind of hard to entertain, but that's why we play a lot of board games around here.
Yes. Next, we're going to talk about Weight Watchers. And Nicole finally got me to Monday. So was it before February? When was February 1st?
No, today's the 31st. Or we started on the 31st.
Yes. So she finally, because she knew I said I was going to start on our first podcast. So I actually got the link downloaded again, got everything in there, got on the scale on Monday, which wasn't exciting. And then I stuck through it all weekend. It was so easy. I plugged everything in. And, I was here though, probably.
We're not sponsored by Weight Watchers, unfortunately.
Yeah. Maybe if I lose 100 pounds. No, anyways. So I've been here pretty much all week. Just going home at night, coming in the morning. So
yeah,
Nicole's been cooking healthy. She cooked Monday breakfast, lunch, Tuesday breakfast, lunch, Wednesday. I think all 3 meals I ended up eating here. Today I fended for myself. Today's Friday. Thursday, I think yesterday.
Today you fended for yourself, and look what happened.
What?
You only used 1 point. So maybe you should fend for yourself more often.
Yeah, but I ate a lot today. It's crazy though. Like on the program, it changed since I just was on it last, and you had to do questions like for you. Mm-hmm. So some of my things are different than Nicole's, and I must have picked that I like potatoes and fish and shrimp. So anytime I eat fish, shrimp, or potatoes, they're 0 points. So then I still have all my points left at the end of the day. So that's kind of what I made.
Yeah, she did. This episode is brought to you by Ana Luisa. This is a jewelry company that we have talked about before and we love. Their jewelry is super dainty, elegant, and it starts at just $39. And there are a lot of cool pieces. So my mom has 3 pieces from them, and I also have 3 pieces. So my favorite piece is this really cool oval gold and black ring, and it kind of looks like a moonstone ring. And then my mom's favorite earrings are their little tiny triangle studs. They have 3 diamonds, and she loves to wear them because they're just, you can wear them all the time. Like, you really don't have to take them out because, you know, they don't hurt when you're like laying down or in the shower, and she kind of just keeps them in at all times. So those are her favorite pieces, and they have new pieces dropping every single Friday, which is really, really cool also. And I just wanted to share our code with you. So, and it's also spelled ANALUISA. Again, ANALUISA. So you can get yourself or any loved one, maybe for Valentine's Day, the perfect gift with up to 40% off. If you check out Ana Luisa, you just go to shop.analuisa.com/cocoa. I know you're going to love them. So again, it's shop.analuisa.com/COCO, and happy shopping. Okay, so Monday we started, and it's always easier if you have a buddy to do it with. Okay, if you have someone that's being accountable with you and physically with you, that makes it so much easier. Because when mom used to come here, she would have already eaten breakfast or had something, and then I would have been just throwing a bagel in my mouth and been like, fine. So now this week she shows up and she's like, did I miss breakfast? And I'm like, no, we're going to make a good, healthy breakfast. So this is just some ideas for anyone who, whether you're on the Weight Watchers app or not, is corn tortillas with an egg with Parmesan cheese or with pico. That was like our really good breakfast. Tastes really good. I think, did you like that one, Mom?
Yeah, it was really good.
So that was breakfast. And then we did like a chicken. If you've been following along on my stories, you could see we did like a chicken thing with
a chicken cornflake salad. It was really good.
That was my favorite meal,
We had that twice, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. And then for breakfast, we also eat yogurts. What else do we eat?
Eggs are free, so we've been eating eggs every day. Nicole couldn't eat eggs today.
Make me want to puke
but now. I still ate my eggs because it was
you know
0
what she
points.
did? My brother came over, and she yesterday, and she freaking cooked a dozen eggs for 3 people. I'm like, I'm gonna be sick.
We threw some away, and I just wanted to make sure everybody had enough if they were hungry. And I said, "There's 0 points," and we did.
I was like, "There's still high cholesterol."
And the thing is, he had gotten snowed out of work, and by the time he got here, it was almost noon. So we didn't eat anything the whole day. So I said, it's almost like breakfast and lunch together. So if I want to eat a whole bunch of eggs, I'm going to eat a whole bunch of eggs.
Neither one of us ended up eating all of our eggs, thankfully. But I go, Mom, how many eggs did you pour in here? She said 12. I'm like, holy sh-. And they're not like the eggs with the cheese and the vegetable and the good stuff. It's just eggs. And then something else.
Today I made them with vegetables, but you didn't eat them.
Today you did make them with vegetables. And then, like fat-free cheese is a good thing to have. And I made some really good soups. So basically it's really easy. Why haven't we done this sooner, Mom? It's easy. I feel full. I feel healthy. I feel good. You've been doing intermittent fasting.
Well, just the way it's been working out, by the time I leave here and then go home, I'm eating at like 6 o'clock. And then I'm not eating till 10 o'clock the next day by the time I get...
I don't do that, but she does.
That's about what time you... No, that's what time you make breakfast, though, 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh, no, I know, but I eat a snack at night. But I don't go over my points.
Yeah, so I don't... So then it's just... I'm like, oh my gosh, that's over 12... What was I figuring out? So 15 hours a day, I'm not 15 hours, like through the night, I'm not eating. So it's been helpful. I've lost 6 pounds already this week.
Yes. And that's insane. I'm really proud.
And I'm feeling, eating all my meals, and I haven't gone over the points at all. In fact,
we did have our fish dinner tonight. Tell them about that.
Yeah, the fish dinner is crazy. For me, the potato was 0 because I got a baked potato, and the fish was 0. But the only thing I have to add in is figure out, because I can tell that they cooked it in butter, so I'm probably going to use all my points and just put them as butter. But
I could not taste the butter at all, but I did call and ask if they use butter, and they said yes, just so we knew. But like this baked potato, by the way, is like basically... They pulled it out of the ground and threw it into the stove type thing, where what I'm saying is it tastes amazing, but there's no like added bad stuff at all.
There's no salt. There's nothing on there.
And that's why I love like getting mashed potatoes from them too, because I can just tell it's just like nothing bad in it, just potato. Anyways, so I think that's something we can continue as our fish dinners on Fridays.
Yep.
It's really nice. We don't eat the coleslaw or the cottage cheese anymore because
Victor
it's
got
not
a big order of dough balls, but he was very good about it though. He kept them, so I didn't even notice them until Nicole said, "Are them dough balls all gone?"
Because I was about to get some,
and then he's like, "Yeah, I ate them all." I was like, "Oh, good." I didn't even see you like have the. I did not even literally see him have the dough balls, which was really good because that's. I like them. I like dough balls.
Yeah,
me and Nicole like our bread.
Oh my gosh, we do. It's so bad. Bread is a lot of points for us. We've been doing really good sticking around. Neither one of us had a piece of bread all week.
I haven't.
That's really good. I haven't either because the bread I have is 4 points a slice. I'm like, that is not worth it to me.
One day I went home and I only had like maybe 11 points left. So I didn't know what I was going to have. And I grocery shopped really good today. So now I'm good at home. I have a whole bunch of 1 point, 2 point, and 0 point things in my house because I went and picked up an order today. But before that, so I ended up having to have, for dinner that night, I had frosted mini wheats and I had to count out 21 frosted mini wheats with
half a cup of almond milk.
Yep.
You buy the unsweetened almond milk, right?
Yeah. It was like 1 point, right?
No, that's 0. It's 0 points if you're under half a cup, but if you have sweetened
that's
one.
what I had. That's what I had. It was 1 if you put 1 cup in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I had one night for dinner, but I was fine. And Dave was like, he was unsure. He's like, don't go eat something bad. If you really want to, count out 21 more of those and you have another half a cup of milk because that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that much cereal. I was thinking 21, I get that's a lot. But then when they're little and when you actually count them out and put them into the bowl, I was like, okay, didn't even fill my bowl halfway. But anyways,
yeah, and normally I would fill up a whole bowl of cereal and not measure or anything. So I didn't weigh myself at the beginning because I just refused to. But I can tell that I lost maybe like half a pound or a pound. But I'm not going to get discouraged by the weight part of it, just like how I'm feeling, I guess, like my pants and my shirts and all that. So,
but yeah, eating right, like I'm noticing is super important because this was the funniest thing. I made turkey, sausage, and sauerkraut with these potatoes. And I usually put brown sugar in my sauerkraut. I make the best sausage and sauerkraut because I always put brown sugar. That's like my secret. And I put quite a bit in. So I was like, okay, I've got a big crock pot of the sausage and sauerkraut. And I like cut the turkey sausage so I knew exactly how many points like each piece of sausage was or whatever. So I said to Nicole, I'm going to just see how much 1 cup of brown sugar is. 42 points.
I thought, it wasn't 63.
No, I must have had 1.5 cups on there. So 1 cup was 42 points. That's like how much you can only eat in 2 days. So I did not even I didn't put no brown sugar in. So the sauerkraut was a little sour this time, but it was good.
It was good, but it was definitely not
my sauerkraut.
No wonder why your sauerkraut's so dang good. Usually this time it tasted so sour that, I mean, I enjoyed it. But I was like, I can't eat any more of that.
Usually you guys eat, so much. But I always put sugar in everything. That's probably
Busha
bad.
used to do that,
and
too.
I put sugar in my spaghetti. I put sugar in my chili. I put sugar. I like sugar, so I haven't been doing that at all. But I know it can be stressful if you're not full, but it's really easy to be full because they got so many pages of things that are totally free. I can't believe all that. I sent to Nicole, I can just go eat 30 shrimp and it's free, but I can't imagine losing weight if you did that every day, but it says you do, so.
Yeah, and this is a good, interesting question. So for our listeners, how about, what are some staples that you would say, since you've been eating healthy, that you want to make sure or that you have around because it helps?
Apples.
Okay.
Because, yes, I had one right when I picked up my grocery order today.
And we've they taste really good just by themselves. And then one time I just cooked it in a pan with cinnamon and a little bit of coconut oil. That wasn't bad. I could have fooled myself into an apple crisp if I would have baked it longer. So apples. That's
for me. Yeah, apples is one, and vegetables. Like I have to have green peppers, onions, mushrooms especially. I really like mushrooms, like fresh mushrooms, just because they can make anything look bigger or, And the thing is, if you eat a cup of vegetables, you get an extra point for the day. So that's really weird. So every time we have our salad, we get another point. So, and anyways, lettuce for sure. I'm trying to think of the things though,
I'm trying to think too. So I would definitely say unsweetened almond milk is a staple. A good protein is yogurt. So there's the yogurt cups that we get. They're only 2 points, which is pretty filling for 2 points.
And that yogurt that you bought today, what kind? The non-fat Greek yogurt? Because you can use that as sour cream or you can use it as a vegetable dip.
Yep. So what I do at night when I have 0 points left, the last 4 nights, my mom found my stash of dishes by my bed, is I go get carrots and I get that my mom said, not like the just plain Greek yogurt. It's 0 points, and I do some seasoning in it and some hot sauce and a little bit of like ranch seasoning and make a ranch dip, and I get to eat that. And it's really good. So that's a huge staple. That was a good one, Mom.
And I did buy rice cakes today, and you tried them at my house, once, and you said they were good.
But normally I'd be like, there's nothing to this, but it was 2 of them for 3 points. I felt like it was worth it. Right immediately after that, I had 2 Hershey Kisses, and that was 3 points. That was not worth it. And then there's these brownies that are really, really good that Victor found. Gosh, what is the brand of them? Nature's something. Anyways, I'll have to put a picture up. Those are really good. I have one of those every night for like dessert. And a whole bar is 4 points. Last couple of nights I've only had a couple points left, so I can only have half of one. But they're really good. And also what's cool with Weight Watchers is that they set aside like extra points for the week. So say you're feeling extra hungry, and you can dig into those points. And my mom's been having extra points when she goes to sleep. So those go into her extra points for the week. So like tomorrow we might be going out to dinner. She will have stored extra points for the week, so she can use those.
So I can have a nice tasty beverage
you could, enjoy yourself. And that's what's really cool too, is you really don't have to restrict yourself completely. You can still go out to eat, and I mean, you could go have a McDonald's cheeseburger and put it in there. You just probably can't eat much for the rest of the day.
The rest of the day, you'd be eating all your free points. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of a really cool system. I don't know. I enjoy it, but I also enjoy it because my mom's on it with me, and without her on it, I had 2 moments of weakness, and she's got me back on track. So it's easy.
She gets a little bit cranky.
Yes, I am. I'm hangry.
But I don't know. But she's breastfeeding too, so I ask her. It's make sure you're eating enough. So it's okay if she's like when she does this little things.
The app asks you if you're breastfeeding, and what's kind of frustrating is like I did this for a whole month before, and I just stayed exactly the same weight, like point to the point of the weight, like. It's just kind of, but I guess it is what it is. Like
I can notice it on you this week, so it's different. So maybe
I gained some.
Maybe you were cheating too much last time.
Yeah, well, the noodle thing I took advantage of because brown rice noodles are free for me. Anyways,
we're doing good.
If anyone wants to join our journey, Mom's going to put her link on the Coco Caliente page or whatever. I think you get a free month. You can get
a free month, and then I can get a free month.
She gets a free month too. So I don't know. We'll touch more on that throughout the months and keep you going. Hopefully we're doing good, right? Hopefully next time Mom can come back on here with more good news.
I lost some more pounds, and we're good to go. What we're going to talk about?
Pets and babies. So
pets and kids, yeah. We're just talking about, I was just noticing like this week, like how we have the two dogs here, how much different they are with Arrow. Like Beyonce wants to totally sit by Arrow. Everywhere Arrow is, Beyonce's right there. She can take we got this, what is that, a big love sack thing, and I lay Arrow on it when he fell asleep or when and Beyonce wants to take the nap right next to him. But then we have Paris, same litter, sister dog, and Arrow cannot touch her without her growling or snipping, or like we have to watch every second. Yeah. But I was just thinking about it when I was watching it this week, and I'm thinking, I see all these big dogs, and we've never had an in-the-house big dog. We've only had them outdoor big dogs, and I see how good they are with kids and like with babies. And I was just think it's weird, like especially if they've been a dog by themselves for 10 years, and then all of a sudden. So I don't know if little dogs are different or if we just have our dogs spoiled. Paris is something else. She's very, very, very spoiled. I mean, she won't even let like Victor look at her, or even my brother sometimes. Like she's just kind of moody, but really sweet and like a huge baby to like us. But I don't know. No, I wonder about the dog thing too, because I think mostly though people get dogs and babies at the same time. I feel like, I don't know. I guess you're right. They do say it seems like they have their dogs first.
Because Nicole's big dogs
and
were
Josh
fine.
And Chelsea and Jessica.
I do think bigger dogs they're not considered ankle biters like little dogs. I think they're nicer. They're just nicer usually. I think Champ, our outside dog, would be good with Arrow.
Yeah, well, I think he'd be rough and knock them over. That's why we have to wait till they're a little bit bigger. And I think he'd want to lick them and stuff, but he wouldn't. If he hurt him, it would be he'd accidentally hurt him because he's strong.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But he wouldn't like go at him mean. So, but
Paris is jealous. That's Paris's problem. She just feels like she used to be the baby and she's not anymore. She's also 14 years old and she's like, dang, this last 6 months of my life have really been messed up since this baby came in.
But I swear Arrow can just squeal and she's like,
oh yeah, she hates his like squeal. She hates it. Where Beyonce like is totally protective and so cute. But Beyonce's always been like that, more motherly and whatever. And Paris she was the runt of the litter, and she's just she's tiny and really spoiled.
And Arrow likes to kick his feet a lot, so he does it. So when he feels like even your legs on him, like if you're next to him, he'll kick at him. He likes to feel pressure and feel you. So if the dogs are by his feet, he'll kick, and so
he'll put his toes in their fur.
Yeah, and then he'll pull their fur kind of with his toes on accident. So he does it to Beyonce too. And today I did hear her just make a little noise, but she just got up and moved farther away. So it wasn't like she didn't like snap at him. But we have to make sure because he's just learning to pet them too, and he likes to run his fingers through their hair, and he's just grabbing them. But yeah, I was just wondering what other people, if they've ever had any issues, or if their dogs have always just adapted, as they. Yeah, it's just interesting to me,
because I feel like no matter how gentle my dog is, if my dog was bigger, like 50 more pounds than my dogs are now, because right now my dogs are under 10 pounds. So say they're even 50 pounds. I just feel like I would be a little bit scared, even if my dog was sweet as pie, that maybe if they grabbed them wrong or sat on something. But I just see a lot of trusting relationships, and I think that's the most of it is like trust them and everything will be fine. So
yeah, it was an interesting thing I was thinking about this week. Also, we went to my mother's house. Me and my Dave went a few weeks ago, and he was so excited about all my mom's plants in our house. So I was trying to just think before we started podcasting today, if I had to guess, which I'm going to make her count now. So how many plants do you think she has in our living room?
52.
Oh, I was going to say in the 50s. So I'll say, oh, that's so close. 60 might be too much, but 40 I think would be okay. I'm going to go 40. I'll go 45 then. We're going to find out from her, but and she's got such a green thumb. They're all beautiful. She cleans their leaves. She takes care of them like they're her kids. Mm-hmm. So Dave was just staring at them that day we left, and he's like, that's such good oxygen. And I really wish you could, grow plants. Whenever you get plants, they don't really make it and stuff. So I said, all right, I'll talk to my mom and get a few plants. Well, my mom brought me one. I already had one that I've had for 5 years, and that's the only one I really have, and it's doing good.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like what is that?
That's
thing?
one that you barely have to water. That's
it's like
the only
bonsai
reason.
tree
it's the only
plant.
reason it's alive, to be honest.
But it still looks really good.
What's funny is you got so annoyed with my plants in my house. And now that Dad likes them, she wants to be a plant lady.
I don't want to. I want to get him a couple because he thinks
she'd be like, God, you got too many plants. I'd have like 5. She's like, you have too many plants.
Because, okay, I'll tell you why. Because she's like me and doesn't water them.
Yes, I did for a long time until you totally discouraged me.
So they'd have dried leaves all over the ground, and I was always picking up dried leaves. That's why.
That's not all. They stayed alive.
Especially that one you brought in and out every.
That thing stayed alive for a very long time until I finally just said, I'm done with it. But that was a tropical tree.
Anyways, it was just, and it's not like I don't even know if I can take care of plants still. But my point is, my mom brought me one and she said, I said, buy me something so easy to take care of and that grows and will be easy for me. So she found one, and then, so I started looking them up.
Where is this plant? I never even seen it.
It's only like this big. So it's the size of like a big ketchup bottle.
Okay, so it's little.
Yeah, it's pretty little. It's back behind Dad's chair.
Oh, okay.
So look at it.
Is it
tomorrow.
By the window at all?
Yeah, it's in front of the window behind Dad's chair. Anyways, so I ordered 2 off Amazon that looked easy to grow. I looked them up and super pretty. So I was so excited. And they were coming this week. They came on Wednesday, and it was like so cold. So I watched my delivery to see when they were coming. Walked right in the garage when the lady was delivering them, took them in. They were both dead. And they were like, I was so excited because the boxes were as tall as me. One of the boxes was as tall as me, and one was about to my shoulders. So
It's
I'm like,
really freaking sad that plant lasted that long and they shipped it and now it's dead.
yeah, so I didn't know. I just thought that they would actually work, but the one was disintegrated all the way flat to the ground,
Like
and the other
frozen.
one was froze and the branches were broke.
You know what? I did just download this app. I wonder that you can take a picture of the plant and then it tells you what plant it is and it tells you if it's being watered too much or how to fix it.
I seen that
Oh,
right
did you?
before I ordered
did
the
it
plants.
come up on your Instagram thing?
I saw it
it's
somewhere.
weird how they know, like, you're just thinking of plants, or my mom's talking to me about plants, and all of a sudden they're giving
Probably
me an
because
app.
your Amazon and my Amazon's on the same
That's so
page.
freaky.
Yeah. So yes, I didn't download it though, but I seen I did see it. But anyway, so I'm hoping it was
That you can bring it
I
back
was
to
so
life.
excited. No, the one you definitely can't, and I don't think.
Not even your mom can't?
No, it's like melted all the way into. It's like Nicole. It was really tall, and it went all the way down to 1 inch off the ground.
I still think you can bring stuff back to life.
But
I've
just the
done
roots
it. Yes.
and start all over. We're not if they're frozen.
I bet you.
I don't know.
I bet your mom could.
I don't know. She's supposed to stop by this weekend, so I'm gonna show her them.
What's crazy is she has 2 cats, and her cats leave those plants alone. I don't understand it. Because cats love plants, but there's great oxygen in my grandma's house, that's for sure. It's pretty.
And yeah, and all her plants do so well, and they're so shiny. Like she literally, I don't know how she could.
She greases up her pumpkins too during Halloween. What does she put on them? She paints them.
She
like,
washes
with oil.
them and then she sprays them with like some shiny spray. So we walk outside and her pumpkins are like so pretty in her yard. She likes that kind of stuff and she takes extra care with it.
And you know what she used to do too that I just remembered that isn't really a thing anymore, but that when I was little, I go to her house at Christmas time. She would always wrap all of her pictures on the wall and turn them into presents and hang them back up.
With really pretty bows, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I kind of want to bring that back. That's kind of cool. Like it's like a retro cool thing, but she goes all out for that. She buys the most expensive bows and the wrapping paper. And I also remember she used to have a label maker when I was little. Like you could go to her house. She had the cool office. She had everything there. She'd buy all the expensive stuff, which what I thought was like highlighters, whiteout, all the cool stuff. I'd go in there. She had the little typewriter machine and she had a label maker. I was like, this is so cool. And I just bought a label maker now that I'm 29. And I was like, I remember, I said, thinking in my head, I wonder if I'm going to be the cool grandma that they come over to my house and think that I have everything. Because I never thought my mom's mom was like old by any means. Like she was never felt like it feels like a grandma because she's always had everything. Like still to this day, her style is like today's style, you know? It's like cool. Like she knows how to, I don't know, keep up with the trends, I guess. But I remember too, she had all these 100 calorie snack packs. I'd go to her drawer. She'd have these things are so overly priced, but she would have every single 100 calorie snack. I go there and I'd be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to the drawer and pick something out. I don't know. I just always loved
they
going
loved
there.
going eating at my mom's. I can.
Well, it was just, and then she also had lovebirds, and she gave me a dog, Candy. I mean, I don't know. I just always loved going there because I don't know.
Her house is always cozy.
Yes.
She always has a super, she's moved so multiple
And she's been by
times. So it's
herself
not,
for a long, she's by herself a lot. So it's not like she makes it a home herself, which is really cool.
And she's had multiple homes. Like the new one, she's only been in 2 years?
Yeah.
But it's very cozy. And like I said, it has that many plants that are healthy and just thriving. And I don't even think she had them I don't know where they come from. They must be from, you could just notice them now because she has one room that's a big room, all windows. So it's actually, anyways, Dave was pretty impressed. So I'm going to try my hand at plants. He asked me every other day on that one, did you water the plants? So he's always checking on me.
Is that weird though? How you can remember stuff when you're super little about your grandma's house? What's something you remember about Busha's house when you'd always go over there?
I remember, what do you mean? What
that
we did?
Still...
She had that. I loved to go down, and it was scary and fun. But it was she did all her canning. She canned everything. Mm-hmm. So we had to go down to her cellar, and you pulled a light switch down, and that's where she kept all her canned foods. And she would let me pick the vegetables and that kind of stuff. But it was scary because it was dirt. It was a dirt, but it was in the front room, where you go in the front door, but you go down a basement instead. Mm-hmm. It was the basement thing, and it was I don't know.
Oh, yeah, she lived at a farmhouse at that point, right?
Farmers. But she was, and I remember going and feeding the calves every day. I loved being at my Bouchas. It was so much fun. She was such a good cook, and she had all boys, so it was rowdy always there, and no toys. Like, she had encyclopedias, and one of the encyclopedias was a nursery rhyme one, so I wrote all over in there, and because I was the oldest grandchild, and she loved me, so she wanted me there all the time, and so I claimed that, wrote my name all over in it, but we literally had no toys, and she always had all the big fun. Nuts with the nutcracker. So you could go pick up. I would always pick up the nuts I wanted and give her the nutcracker, and she'd crack all the nuts out. Oh, didn't you say that you would used to feed them something with Oh no, that was a different guy with your ice cream. Never mind. Oh, that was her neighbor.
Yeah, but that you thinking back now, because when you're little, you just think, oh yeah, this is all normal. But when you think back, you're like, wow, they were so sweet, or they must have just did that to not hurt my feelings, or what did he do, like dirty ice cream?
Yeah,
or something?
my grandma had an older gentleman that lived down the road from her, and my grandma went over and helped him with stuff, and he had no kids, and he just took to me. And I would make ice cream. He died, I think, when I was 7. So I was very young when I was always around him. And I used to scoop ice cream out, but Pusha said I would not be. I'd say, do you want ice cream? And go in his freezer and grab it out with my hand, because I couldn't get it out with the scooper really. And she said I would just get done playing. I did not wash my hands, and he'd eat every bite and say, oh, that was the best ice cream cone ever. And
that's sad. That's cute and sad.
And he left me a whole bunch of coins, old coins. So it's so cool to even open them up, the envelope now, and still see, and see where he wrote my name, and he spelt it different than I spell it. But he has my name on there, and the years and all that kind of stuff. He just really took to me. But
that's awesome.
It is fun to.
Yeah. So now you get to decide what Arrow remembers about you, so that's cool. So we were playing ping pong the other day for exercise, and my mom was sore the next day.
My back.
They're back because she'd have to go pick up the ball because she would miss it.
I never played ping pong before, and she bugs me. They have a ping pong table in the basement.
Good.
I'm not good.
You're not bad.
She bugs me. Nicole, my back wouldn't have been sore if I was any good.
I swear to God, you are not that bad at all. I thought that you would be really bad because I didn't think you were that athletic, but you're not bad at all.
But, oh my gosh, I was chasing that ball left and right. But is ping pong exercise? We're discussing this, and I'm like, it is when I play. Maybe not when her and Victor play, but when I play, it's exercise. Yeah,
and I think that we want to start playing every day. So it's fun. It's honestly it's fun, and also we can count it as exercise. And Arrow likes to watch ping pong.
Does he?
Yeah. Last night Victor and I played, and he just laughed and watched us the whole time. And then is there anything else that, I know you have a couple more subjects today. I don't know if you want to save them for next time or if you want to go into them. It's up to you.
I don't know. It's up to you. Well, we can just go on the next one. I was just thinking about, I have a lot of nieces and nephews that are, me and Dave both have big families, so we have brothers and sisters who are quite a few years younger. So I have twin nephews that are 15 who play basketball. And then I have on my side then a niece and two nephews, a niece and nephew that are twins that are 16 that play it on my side, and another one that's 15. So 3 of them, and they're playing, one's on varsity, 2 are on varsity because Ethan plays on varsity now too, and Braden. And I'm just thinking about it, and it sucks because with COVID, we want to go to all their games, and we cannot.
I think Izzy has one coming up next week. I have it in my schedule on the Thursday that I'm supposed to be going, and I want to go. I just am a little bit scared.
The hardest decision. That's what I was just wondering how other people feel about that. It's the hardest decision. I want to go so bad. I love sports. I miss watching. It's been so long since my kids have been in sports, and now I finally have. After them, I had a big space with nobody, and now I actually have my nieces and nephews playing all these sports, and they always ask me to come to their games. I've only went to one so far this year, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've only went to one so far this year, and it seems like people are coughing, or I don't know. I can't even relax. I don't know if this is normal now because of if other people feel this way, but I'm so stressed out, and I don't know if it's because we have a baby now that I'm with every day.
It's definitely because we have a baby, and also you guys are getting a little bit older. I think a lot of people aren't scared or they don't care.
But I feel so guilty because I'm not going to their games and I'm making those choices. And yeah, like I said, last week I wanted to go to. My one nephew was on snow coming court and he played on varsity that day. I wanted to go watch his game, but I knew it was going to be a crowded game, so I didn't go. So I'm trying to make decisions to go when there's less people and the gyms are bigger. But anyways, I was just wondering what other people, Nicole you haven't went to any, and you like to go to them too.
I know, and I'm not. The thing is because Arrow got sick and because Arrow was at U of M hospital for one night, I do not want to get back there. I know RSV. I know all these things go around. And I personally, it stinks I can't watch them. It really stinks, but I have to put him first. There's no question about it. To me, it's just, I would feel I almost feel guiltier going than I do not going because then I'm really freaked out about Arrow.
Well, yeah. When I went to that time, I'm looking around the whole time, making sure nobody's coming by me. And then even
you're sacrificing either one way or the other.
And then I come home and then I have to pay attention and oh my gosh, the next day if my nose is running a little bit, which I might be sick, and it's so stressful. It's just what would I do if I had kids? What would you do right now if Arrow was playing in sports? You'd have to go.
I would go, but I think he'd be a little bit older, and I would still be... I think I personally would feel safer if he was older, I guess. I think it's because he can't tell me what hurts, and he's a baby, and he hasn't caught a break. He's finally getting better after all this time. So that's... If he hadn't gotten sick, I don't think I would be as scared. It's because he was 3 months old and he was in the hospital. And I just saw what it could do, and I was like, oh my gosh. And that goes with any sickness, really. There's so many things out there that it's scary for a baby more than it is for an adult. But I don't know. It's
just I was just wondering what the anxiety of it, with the listeners or whatever, but then being cooped up at home gives anxiety to people too because they're not getting to do these things. I'm looking forward to the outside sports coming up, the softball and the baseball, because I know they play those and I can watch, and I'm going to try to start watching. I think sometimes they have a link so you can watch them. Mm-hmm. You can't see it that good. It's not the same as being there, but at least you can give, I don't want them to ever think, geez, she didn't come to any of my games, because I'm really close to, my sister's kids, and I feel guilty at the same time but it seems like it's a good cause. I didn't go last time, and then she said, oh, good thing you didn't come. My kids got sick right after. So it's just it's just been anyways, it just makes homeschooling look better to me, to be honest. I'm just hoping, I pray that things get a lot better.
I do. And there are costs to staying cooped up. I was, because we were snowed in basically for 3 days. So today I was just nobody get in my way. I was being a brat. I was just
she was a little sassy.
Really
She's
sassy
a little sassy
today.
I didn't know if it's because she's
and I was
hungry
sassy,
or what.
And I'm I don't know either. Last night I was sassy too, and then I just wanted to cry. But then today I did start my menstrual cycle, so I'm well, that's probably it. But I'm also been cooped up for how long? And I just, yes, and I'm always, I don't know, it's just today's world is a little bit different than I imagined it when I was a mom. It's very hard being a new mom in the pandemic. And I'm sure it's really hard being a grandma because you're worried about me, worrying about him, and worrying about if I'm worrying about him enough. And it's just this huge, I don't know. It's a lot. So I think I'm really excited to start my new business venture too, because I can do all that from home and it keeps me busy. I think for me personally, I put a lot on my plate on purpose because I have to stay busy. Because if I'm just sitting here thinking about the pandemic, I feel I would probably have the worst anxiety ever. And it's been better it's better when I have a lot on my plate. I'm not sure if anyone else is like that too, but I like to be kind of overwhelmed. Keeps my head, I don't know. If I have a drive by myself, the other day, where did I go? To Bad Axe, to pick up my grocery order on Monday. I was like, gosh, this silence is not okay. Like I need, like I don't know. It was weird. I didn't really like it. So I guess I prefer to go to Bad X with my mom in the back seat, Arrow in the back seat, me running in. I don't know. It's just
sometimes I don't prefer that because she says I'm running to Myers. I just have to grab one thing. I call her 40 minutes later. And she's like, "Oh, well, I just walked by. They're having a sale on this." And I'm like, she goes, "I'm coming." And then she'll text me like 5 minutes later, coming right out. And I'll be like 25 minutes later. I'm like, did she pass out? What's going on? So then I'm trying to.
That happened 2 times. I just disappeared in Myers.
Oh my goodness. I play with Arrow out in the car and stuff, but I get a little nervous. I don't know what's going on or what she's going to come out with. And oh my goodness.
And I wear a mask the whole time too. So it's just like I'm huffing and puffing.
But then she gets it out of her system and we're good for till the next week. But when she asked me to go shopping, I get a little scared because I'm like, okay, how many hours am I going to be sitting in the car?
Yeah,
because she doesn't come out fast when she's in there, and that's
because I actually feel really comfortable. I know that Arrow's right there in the car. My mom takes good care of him. Like they're content, they're staying warm because the car's running. And I don't know. Yeah, I do. I guess I could not do that and enjoy myself if you guys were at home. Because I'd be feeling really guilty.
Well, next time I'm going to go in and leave you in the backseat for an hour.
That's fine.
No, Nicole would be calling me 18 times.
No, Mom, we did that at Marshall's.
Yeah, but I was only in there for like 10 minutes and you were in there an hour and a half.
I don't think it was an hour and a half, and I don't think it was 10 minutes.
I'm talking. She had to pay twice. That's how bad you had to pay twice.
It was really bad. I think I spent $1,300.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was like an hour and a half.
But you guys, that was for Christmas presents and everything, okay? So it was like I did all my shopping in an hour and a half. But anyways.
She bought a ton of stuff for the house. You should have seen how we had to drive home. Like I have things hanging from my ears.
It was really bad.
There was no room in the vehicle.
It was so bad.
I was like, okay, this is not going on again. Good thing Victor isn't here. He would about crapped his pants.
He would have killed me. I had 3 associates carrying shit out for me. This was so bad. It was like I was this caged animal that hasn't been let out of her house for a really long time. It kind of, that's exactly what it was.
Oh, it was crazy.
It was like somebody gave me a credit card for the first time.
And she bought me I have lots of stuff, and she bought me a whole bunch of stuff like that I don't need because she bought me like 3 pairs of shoes. So
I did. I bought her 3
pairs of shoes, another coat,
gloves,
all this stuff. Like
gloves.
Yeah, so actually, this weekend we're supposed to go back, and I'm like, Nicole, I don't need all this stuff. I don't have no room in my house, so I'm going to make her take it off her card when we go back this weekend because I didn't need all that stuff. More slippers. I said I already got 4 pairs of slippers that I don't wear, and I mean, I could tell she was grabbing everything.
I was real excited, and I got Jesse this cool dessert platter that he'll probably never use.
No, he does. He's got that up at his house.
Does he?
Yeah.
What does he put?
He's got all his candies on it.
Oh, yeah. That was cute.
Yeah, it looks really cute in their house. Actually, I saw that.
Yeah, I think I promised you guys. I think I had 7 carts. It was so bad by myself, sweating with a mask.
So then she's just like, "Let's go." Then we wanted to eat. What did we do? We went to the drive-thru.
Wait, where'd we go?
Did we go to Panera Bread?
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
But it was like, so that we couldn't. Then after that, she didn't want to go in. We were thinking about trying to find a restaurant we could actually go in and that was empty so that we could take Arrow in and actually sit and relax. But nope, we ended up driving through the drive-thru and pulling over to the side and eating Panera.
I'll take Panera any day. We don't have that at all close to us. It's an hour and a half. So
it's always an adventure with us. You never know what's going to happen. Good thing the boys are not always with us because I don't know what they think. And then it's like, hurry up and get home, carry it in, hide it all.
Yes, it's exactly what it is. I'm just like a mini you, Mom. You taught me these bad habits.
I don't do that anymore.
No, but you did.
No, I don't think quite that bad. It would probably took me a week or 2 to buy that much stuff, not one trip.
Yeah, but everything at Marshall's is such a good price. I just felt like it was a
Oh
perfect
yeah, I'm writing in the notebook right now that she got me 3 notebooks. Not just one. She got me 3 notebooks.
Yep, from Marshall.
So that I'm organized when I'm working for her.
Yeah, so we did. Mom's worked really hard this week. She kicked butt. She kept me on task with everything. And I feel like we're working hard and we have a better system. So I'm excited. I mean, I don't know. I'm more tired, and I think you're more tired as far as like work goes. But you're also Mom. She showed up one day before I was even out of bed. So Dad drops her off. she's. I don't know. It's funny. Or if somebody saw our life, all my friends who see our life say, you guys need a TV show. Anyways, I guess we'll wrap it up. And thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed. Rate, review, and subscribe on the little purple app on your phone. And we do have merchandise at Coco Caliente Podcast. Wait, what? www.cococalientepodcast.com. Why are you looking at me like that?
You never said that before.
All right, bye, guys. Bye.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy Podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies, and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy Podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy Podcast on your podcast app.